I read a quote from John Maxwell recently that said, "The best leaders are humble enough to realize their victories depend on their people." As I think about my own leadership journey, I've realized several things. That success was often something that I talked about as what I had done, my personal achievement. But the reality is, those wins as a leader were never solo. As I would get higher in an organization, it was increasingly easy for me to forget how much I depended on other people in my team or my peers to make the results real. Now, our reality is that every outcome carries unseen effort. Decisions get made quietly, problems are solved without any recognition, particularly in IT. And my friend Anthony Trucks refers to this as dark work. Dark work is the unseen, difficult, often private efforts that people put into building skills, being resilient, building character, solving problems that ultimately allow them to succeed in those visible light moments. This is true not only for leaders, but also for individuals that make up the team. Now, when leaders notice that work and they say something about it, they can dramatically change how people show up. Now, it's very common to misread situations like this. Humility is often mistaken for stepping back or maybe softening authority. And that's not what it is at all. I would argue that humility is actually clarity about where the value is actually created. It's created in the team. So let's reframe this a bit. Strong leaders do not diminish themselves by sharing credit. They actually strengthen their people and the systems around them by sharing the credit. Recognition builds ownership. Ownership drives performance. I think we've all seen that. Now, where do we go from here? Bottom line, when people feel seen, they stay engaged longer. They care more deeply. They lead upward. And over time, that's what turns short-term wins into cultures that last. You build trust and you keep it. Remember, lead with clarity. The results will follow.